Hello, all of you. Welcome to the introduction first class for income tax. So here we go. First, I will introduce myself as we are meeting for the first time. Many of them already know. And for those who don't know and for everyone, self-introduction is very, very important because we are going to be together for the coming 3 months, right? Hello, all of you, Rohit, Ashwini. Chat box is on and I keep on checking it because income tax is a dynamic subject. And today, it's not today, every day also it is going to be very much open. But today we are introducing ourselves. I am introducing myself. You introduce yourself. And if there is any doubt, anything you want to say, you can unmute and say, irrespective of that, recording is going on. No problem at all. Yes, Tushar. Hello, all of you. Right. Now, my name is CA Diptichheda. I teach aspirant CA and CMA students. I give them best of conceptual coaching along with all the practical skills required so that you perform well both in your exams, excellently well, so that you score academically well and you perform well in the field also. That is what is my mission. Okay, so this is a brief introduction about me, and my areas of teaching are accounts, taxation, costing. When I teach these subjects, accounts, taxation, costing, I can interlink many things and teach you in such a way that you will follow. Now, two things I feel are going to be distracting. I know it's a first class with all of you. One is my voice. There's some cold flu going on in Hyderabad. So I am also one of the quarter person, though I am in house only whole day. So sorry if the voice is coming with little bit echo, and my new specs. So I hope that is pretty fine. Okay. So this is all about my introduction. We are going to have our subjects introduction, how we are going to move every day. It's a wonderful subject. And I promise you with my introduction that you will enjoy learning this subject and you will gain thorough concepts which are so much needed. Yes. When you are enrolled for this course, what is your aim? You tell me. Do you really want to learn in this 1.5 hours class today? Do you really want to learn just income tax? तो फिर वैसे शुरू करना चाहिए मैम, पेपर पैटर्न. What is important? What is weightage? What comes? Tuck and we start, right? So when you have enrolled for this profession, first of all, hearty congratulations to all of you because you have got a wonderful entry. Knock, knock. You have cleared your foundation exam. And so many of you who have come from direct entry need not worry, please. Be comfortable. You are not any separate category ki ma'am hum to direct entry wale hai. A pace will come where you all will move forward together. That's what is my duty. I'm going to teach you concepts superbly well, trust me. There are some problems I teach for 1 or 2 days very slowly. They don't come in the final exam. But they are the concept gripping problems. I'm telling you my way of teaching. The base building problems. And then a time comes when we move forward by second or third day. Okay, this is the format. Lot of explanation I'll be giving. 1.5 hour class, hardly one problem solved. Over the period, the class will go to 2 hours. And after 2-3 days of the chapter, in the same class with me, you will be solving 2-3 problems on your own. So how well to teach a concept, that is a teacher's duty. and how well to take that concept, and not only just understand the concept, take it in such a way, pura kha jana, chaba jana, so that after few days, you should be able to solve those questions independently. That is what is your duty, correct or not? So this class is going to move in a specific flow, and very important right now is to tell you that don't miss a single class. If it is, I also teach accounts, tax, I know costing. Kahin ek miss bhi ho gaya, this is the format, you already know debit, credit, you can make up. But income tax class is dynamic. From yesterday, Nirmala Sitharaman's speech, we are going to discuss what is crypto. Ma'am, inter mein portion mein nahi hai, final mein dekhenge. No, the theoretical knowledge, the practical knowledge should go hand in hand. So who is going to share with you that? Of course, we are all in a team. So you have to help each other with all the running notes and all. But then who is going to give you all those practical illustrations and so much of analysis beyond a problem? Yes. So this is all very much needed. So let us continue now. This is an online class. So I can't ask each one of you to unmute and give your introduction, but most welcome, you can put it in the chat if you want to say anything. And if you really have a specific doubt, please don't wait till the end of the class. You've got right to unmute and ask now itself. Anytime. You know, when a teacher says, just listen to me, don't ask anything and write, then however best I am explaining, I feel the best explanation is when I can come to your level and teach. So vacation time, no. So everyone is not used to कि हाँ आज से online live class होगा. So रुकावट के लिए खेद है. To continue, let us start now with the subject introduction. As I said, if you have income tax, you know, it's very dynamic. As I teach, in that phase only you will be getting many doubts. First is keep patience. My notes, what you have been provided with the material, that is like a workbook. So you will be solving many of the questions there itself in the workbook. And after that, it is not clear at the end of the 2 hours class, I will wait to clear. In the beginning of the class, when you join, that time you can ask your doubts. और कभी कभी डाउट है तो एंड तक वेट मत करो, because what I am explaining next you will not listen. Am I right? If your mind is stuck up at a doubt, next teacher however well is explaining, no, that doesn't go, your mind is stuck there. So I don't want anyone to be get stuck with the doubt. We try to explain best, but still if you need more explanation, the chat is always open, you can connect with me. Okay. Now the introduction of the subject and how we are going to do it. Okay, please maintain 2 separate notebooks with you for income tax. One, I call it as your regular notebook, where you will be solving all the problems. Another notebook is called as booster notebook. Today only we'll be writing some very important running notes, and over the period I would be giving you some mind map and flow charts. Now, you don't have to draw flowcharts in income tax exam, but those flowcharts and mind maps are the step. Ab kya karna hai, ab kya karna hai, ab kya karna hai will be clear in the exam, and you will be able to complete your paper in 3 hours. Okay? Can someone put me a message back? Is my voice clearly audible to all of you? Of course, with that cold echo sound, I am helpless, but commented ki nahi, class to lena hai. Huh? So I would be glad. Okay, thank you so much for that amazing response, Rohit, Anjana, Ashwini, Aishwarya, Tushar. Yes, thank you. Now, as we start with the introduction of income tax, what do you think? Is it a theory subject or it's a practical subject? Then let me tell you, it's a theory subject. You have to analyze the theory and solve the problems. So there's going to be super fun. After every chapter, we'll be solving some MCQs, some true and false, and of course, jumbo questions, and of course, tough questions. And with this 20 years of teaching experience, I left my COP also, though I am a qualified CA, to justify my teaching. One thing you will enjoy is once the problem is over, we will twist and turn. Option, isko change karu to, if I change this, what is going to be the impact in the answer? That will make you, get prepared super well for the professional exam. Okay. So with this base, let us start now with the introduction of income tax. Yeah, one thing I was making it clear, I think I missed out the last part. Maintain two notebooks. One is your regular notebook where you'll be solving all the problems with me, MCQs, the full length problems, and some examples I'll make you write. And another is booster notebook, which will have the gist and the concept of the chapter. Income tax ko hi, hello, rose bolna zaruri. It's not because I'm teaching this subject, but it is. I told you every now and then it's dynamic. So, the gist notes, kabhi bhi, when you finish the chapter also, if you read the gist notes, like you have revised the whole chapter, you have revised the whole concept. Now, the next question in your mind may be, ma'am, gist notes, are they printed in your material? No. The booster notes and gist notes, it's very easy to print it in the book. एक बार के लिए रख लो, तो फिर वो book में रहेगा. It will be then in your dicky. Then it will be in your cupboard. We don't want that. We wanted to get it into your mind. So we will write it together. I will dictate after every class booster notes and you will write it in a separate notebook. You can add on to booster notes. Challenge, just challenge. Do we are together for 2.5, 3 months, whatever time you need for the best of the coaching. After 1 month, you see your booster notebook. And you give xeroxes to your friends, say, mein ye notes achhe hain. Koi fayda nahi hoga unless you write it yourself. So are you ready? Are you ready for the game on that you are going to write the booster notes? However, well, a teacher can give you all things ready na. ये ले लो, ये फ्लो चार्ट पढ़ लो, ये नोट्स पढ़ लो, ये 50 बार आ चुका है, ये देखो मैं पास्ट एग्जाम से ट्रेंड बता रहा हूं. What is the use? Are you sitting in the class right now to just get the degree and a package and a job, or do you really want to have a very good life and a profession with good knowledge? Tell me. I hope you are getting what I'm asking. I'm asking you all a question. Are you committed in these 2.5 months? You have already paid the fees. You have registered. Now it's your duty to take best worth from a teacher. So do you want to take that much knowledge? Degree mil jaye, bas ek thoda sa package mil jaye, life chal jayegi, or you want to make your career? You want to make a superb life with good degree and with good genuine knowledge. Nahi hai to lenge. As a teacher, I say, let me share the secret with you. I don't know, this is my 19th, 20th or 26th batch. I have not counted. Since years I am teaching income tax. Let me tell you, I have prepared 45 minutes before the class today. What's the need? Introduction class. Slab rates bhi last year ke same hai. Chalo shuru karo. Then you need to be updated. What is the exam pattern? What is the portion? What is the market? And that's what students you also open up. Learn the subject in the class, out of the class. Tomorrow you read the newspaper and you see some IPO, crypto. हाँ मैम कुछ तो बोले थे budget आने वाला है 1st February. What is budget? What is this? Start questioning. And when I am questioning you all, please be comfortable. Don't think that I am checking your knowledge. When I am asking you question, I want all of you to think deep, so that by the end of the class, you all should blossom like this, fully grown flower with all the knowledge and pure hathyar ke saath, and then exemption is yours. Trust me, if you follow these strategies. Okay? And of course, with our material, no one should say my material is more than enough for ye pad lo pass ho jate. I knew this question will come. And can you all please keep your chat open for everyone? Most of you are just chatting on person with me. I don't want that, please. You should get that feel ki this is a classroom coaching. If you're 60, 70 members right now sitting face to face, in that 60, 70 also you ask the teacher, no, your doubt. And I put a big clap for the student who is asking doubt, because 8 others are also having the doubt, but all of them may not ask. So thank you, you asked a doubt. So I knew this, that your material is enough, ma'am. No, my material is not enough for exam. I am saying it. My material is very good for the base building, for the concept gripping, for you to step up the ladder. Then for practice, your institute's material, past exams, papers, mock test also, solving and revising the mock test in the class at the end I will do. Paper pattern I will tell you, but wo sab bhi karna hai. That is also part of learning. If we put all past exam papers and everything, then this book will become bulky. It will not be then that conceptually good. Got it? Chalo. So with this, let us begin with the perfect introduction of income tax right now. You can start writing with me, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. 1 second. All right. I hope you are able to see a notebook. Yes. So we are starting right now with the Income Tax Act. And this is absolutely new subject for you. So give yourself 2-3 days, not for the theory, but to get comfortable into the terms of income tax. If I say what is debit, credit, ledger, journal entry, ma'am, बहुत journal entries we have done, and so many ledgers we have made, and we know what is trial balance. But income tax, I'll be using some terms in the class which you may not be clear. Are you all able to see my screen which I have shared, my notebook? Yeah, you can also write in your notebook. And when I write too much, that time I'll take a pause. You all can take it down also. Okay, right. Thank you for the response. Good response in the class. Chalo. So now, Income Tax Act 1961. Okay. This subject, income tax, has this word tax. Now let us understand what is tax. Do you want it to make a discussion class? I always go by the flow of the class. There is never fixed 3 दिन में ये खत्म, 4 दिन में ये chapter खत्म, and every class the same pattern. No. Every batch I am also learning something new from all of you also. Right or not? So it's a two-way knowledge sharing, two-way motivation. So what do you say? What is Income Tax Act? And in that, what do you mean by tax? Tax क्या है? Yes, anyone wants to put the answer in the chat box? What do you mean by tax? Forget about income tax. Tax is what? Yes. Money what we pay to government, or from government's point of view, they call it as revenue collected. Revenue collected. Government needs money to run the economy. Now you may be thinking, okay, Telangana government, the state government, then the central government. So Income Tax Act, all the rights and everything is with the central government. So central government needs money to run the economy. So they collect taxes from the people. And so many times, have you observed some government work is going on? Somewhere some road repairing work is going on. And board is there. Inconvenience regretted. Your taxes at work. Means whatever taxes we are paying, they are giving us services, and they are giving us, some natural calamity happens, something goes wrong, government gives all the money and funding and all. So that's all what you study normally in your civics and economics. So tax is what you give to government. Okay, that is the revenue collected by the government. Now, in India, there are only two types of taxes. Earlier, there was a basket full of tax. Now, only two type of taxes are there. One is direct tax, another is indirect tax. Two types of taxes are collected by government right now in India. One is direct tax, another is indirect. 1 second, please. I hope you all are writing with me. All right. Excuse me. Okay. Now, direct tax is the tax what you pay directly to government. I'm not teaching you any theory. Huh? These are just conceptual things. What you pay directly to government. Example is income tax, what we are going to study now onwards. Write down what you pay directly to government. For example, I am earning 50 lakhs. I'm not earning 50 lakhs, that's not my income. Just an example. Suppose I am earning 50 lakhs. On 50 lakhs, according to the tax rate, government is asking me to pay tax. So I am earning 50 lakhs. Say on that tax is 5 lakh. I should pay the tax directly to government. So this becomes which tax? Direct tax. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah. Then how do you pay direct tax to government? In the form of income tax. Those who have studied earlier, they may have heard about wealth tax and gift tax. All that is abolished now. Only direct tax applicable to whole of India, including Jammu and Kashmir and all the states and union territories and all is income tax. Indirect taxes is taxes. See, ultimately, listen all of you dear students, all the taxes are borne by consumer. If I buy this pen, this is a digital pen. When I purchase this, it was written MRP rupees 4,000 inclusive of all taxes. Have you heard this? MRP inclusive of all taxes. When a line is like this, I am bearing the GST paid on this pen. But I am paying the GST. I am buying this pen for 4,000 along inclusive of tax GST, and I paid it to the stationery wala. Stationery wala has purchased the pen from the wholesaler. Wholesaler has purchased from the manufacturer. So at every stage, indirectly the tax is paid to government, and that is collected in the form of GST and custom duty. आराम से लिखो. Full form of GST is goods and service tax. If you sell goods, any product, you have to pay GST. If you give services like lab services, teaching services, saloon services, you have to pay GST. Next time you take a bill, check how the GST invoice is made. Especially when you go to malls, no, to pay it free and all. Just look how they do the billing. So goods and GST is paid indirectly. And next, indirect taxes, custom duty. Custom duty is paid on import and export of goods. It is also. Now, still some of you may not be clear why this is a direct tax and why this is an indirect tax. For some of you who already have an idea, you may be feeling that this is quite slow, but we have to go by the speed considering everyone. So do let me know if till here it is clear or not. I will still dive little into indirect tax and then we'll go. Clear मैम, पूरा टाइप नहीं करना है तो सीएम कर दूं, चीफ मिनिस्टर बन जाओ. Thank you, Bhavesh, Tushar, all of you. Are you also drinking lot of water and sitting alert on a desk with a notebook, with a screen, your mobile, tab, laptop, whatever you are using, and with notebook and with calculator, the same calculator which you are going to use in the final exam? Then I'm glad to teach you all. Chalo. Now, why this is called indirect tax? Let me continue the example. Who bore the GST on the pen, this digital pen? Who bore the GST? Deepti ma'am. Yes. Now, Deepti ma'am is bearing GST on this pen. Okay. But am I paying GST to GST department? Aram se answer do. I am bearing GST in this. I am bearing it. But am I paying GST department? Take this GST. No. I am giving it to the stationery wala. He is doing input tax minus output tax and paying to government. So who is collecting tax from me and paying to government? Tell me. The stationery wala. So this is indirectly the tax is going to government. That's why it is called as indirect tax. When I import my raw material, I am bearing the custom duty. But then custom duty is paid at the port only. So, indirectly when you pay the taxes to the government, then they are called as indirect taxes. These two are called as, the backbones of our economy. और एक टाइम तो ऐसा था कि डायरेक्ट टैक्स वाज डोमिनेटिंग, बट अभी तो इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. सो इट्स all how the economy is working, how these subjects are there at inter also, at final also. So just enjoy this as step by step you learn gradually, right? And so here I think we can close the discussion of indirect taxes, because we are going to learn in the coming 2.5 months Income Tax Act 1961. And indirect taxes collected at every stage. Part of the tax the stationery wala will pay, part of the tax the wholesaler will pay, part of the tax the manufacturer will pay. So like this, different people are going to pay the tax. So that's why indirect taxes is also called as multiple stage tax, and it goes through different people to the government. My income, my tax, I will pay to government. Now don't say, ma'am, for me income tax is also indirect tax. I pay to my CA and he pays to the government. That doesn't make it indirect. You're paying through your bank account, OTP and all comes to you only. So income tax is a direct tax, what you pay to government. Okay. These are the sources of revenue from government for the central government. For the state government, we all know there is like liquor, alcohol and cigarettes and all those. In that they have state taxes and excise and all in a part of it. So that all will be covered in detail in indirect taxes. Now, we are going to learn Income Tax Act. Act is like a statute, 1961. So, if I talk with all of you like, Bhide in that serial, what comes? Tarak Mehta, Hamare Zamane Mein. So the people who have made Income Tax Act 1961, they have gone. You tell me, can we follow the same Income Tax Act today? Today, in 21 and 22, can we follow that? Answer is no. We can't follow that income tax act. You must have heard in your house, कोई seniors आपके घर में होंगे ना, दादाजी, दादी, नानी. Sometimes your parents also. हमारे ज़माने में, we used to do this. I will tell you my example, dear students. I used to fill up 4 liters of petrol and 100 rupees and go to my CA final classes with my two-wheeler. Chal meri dhan no. Are you getting 4 liters of petrol and 100 rupees? I used to fill up and 1 week it used to go. हमारे ज़माने में. My CA journey was 95 to 2000. Now you'll be like this, ma'am, 108 rupees. So, simple answer is 1961 Act, we cannot follow it now. So then how do we go by? Every year, 1st of February, the finance minister presents budget. Now, what do you mean by budget? Dear students, I am not giving you any definition. If you want, you write these running notes. Otherwise, just listen carefully without any diversions. Hope all your mobiles are on silent, including me. नहीं तो ना पूरी क्लास को चॉकलेट खिलानी पड़ती है जिसका मोबाइल बजता है. ओके, रख दिया. आपने भी किया फोन साइलेंट पे? या लेट योर फ्रेंड्स नो कि 1.5 घंटे में रिप्लाई ना दूं तो बुरा मत मानना. रिप्लाई दूंगा तो दीप्ति मैम बुरा मान देंगे. 100 ग्राम. चलो, so now on 1st February, the finance minister, she will come up now the next month with a budget. Now, what is budget? Budget is the proposal of all the changes or amendment which she wants to propose in the Income Tax Act. Finance minister will say, I propose that now onwards income tax rate should be this should be that. She's just doing a proposal. Before you go for shopping, do you convince your parents? Papa, wo kya lena hai? Xbox खरीदना है, ये करना है. So you make a budget. You go for a shopping. So do you make a budget or not? Don't tell me you go without budget. At least a budget. हाँ, फिर scheme अच्छा था तो instead of 2 we may buy 3, or we didn't like anything we may buy 1. But of course we have some plan, some budget. So she is making a budget on 1st February 2022, which we are all going to watch live. That budget will have some proposals. I understand, dear students, these terms may be very new for all of you. You may have heard it for the first time. So first time you are listening, then you will understand. Over the classes, you will see Deepti ma'am, no, she repeats many things. Repetition is my duty to make you understand, to make you learn. बोला ना, थोड़ी चीजें chew करके खा जाना है with understanding. Then you will not complain, ma'am, I am not able to complete my paper in 3 hours. So, the finance minister, she will present a budget 1st of February 2022, and she will propose some amendments or changes in the Income Tax Act 1961. From this year, we want these changes. Okay, we will accept. Now, this budget proposal will be discussed. अब ये कहाँ discuss होगा? क्या हो गया पेन को? This will be discussed in 1 second. Yeah, she will give the budget amendments, and this will be discussed in both the houses of parliament. This is a hot favorite question for exam. This will be approved by both the houses of parliament, and after the approval of the president, it will become Finance Act 2022. Finance Act 2022 will come now. Okay. And that what is Finance Act? Income Tax Act 1961 with some changes which we are all going to follow from 1st April 2022 to 31st March 2023. Now you may be wondering, what is this April to March? Then let me make you clear, dear students. In income tax class, we follow financial year. Financial year starts with April and ends with March. Are you all clear? Whenever I say financial year starts with April and ends with 31st March. Can anyone say in the class, then what is calendar year? क्या पता? सब चीज दीप्ति मैम नहीं बताते ना, थोड़ा आप भी डिस्कशन करो क्लास में. Yes, Mahesh, very quick answer. January to December. Very good, Rahul. Every one of you. Good. What is, sometimes, if things are clear, still we discuss. Yes or no? How we remind ourselves, goal क्या है? CA बनना है, CA में बनना है, degree ऐड करना है, उसके लिए final के 8 subjects, for that inter 8 subjects, for that this subject, for that committed way Deepti ma'am's class. ऐसे बार बोलना है. So what is the calendar year? January to December. US and many countries are following. France and some countries, they also follow junior end. In India, for income tax, what is your financial year? Starting from 1st April, ending with 31st of March. Is this clear to all of you? Right? Okay. So, financial year starts from 1st April and it ends on 31st March. So, whatever changes the finance minister is going to propose, and of course, when they are accepted, see, this all will happen from 1st February, March, the discussions will go on. And when it will be applicable for all the people in India, 1st April 2022 to 31st March 23. Now tell me, not the definition, but कुछ सुना, कुछ समझ में आया. What do you mean by budget? A proposal of changes in the Finance Act. What do you mean by the Finance Act? When the budget is approved by both the houses of parliament and the president, it becomes the Finance Act. And what is the financial year? Starting from April to 31st March 23, we will follow Income Tax Act 1961 हमारे जमाने में, along with Finance Act 2022, which is yet to come. It is yet to come. Okay. Now, listen all of you. You all are going to write your exam in May or June 22 this year or in December. So what is going to be now onwards? Very important. What is the Finance Act I'm going to teach you? 2021, last year. And it is applicable for which financial year? 21, 22. Write down. I am waiting. You write it. I'll re-explain. And anywhere you have a doubt, keep using the chat box. And I do agree some of you may be attending through mobiles and all, not comfortable to use the chat. Unmute करके पूछ लो, or wait, or we are all connected through WhatsApp group also. There also you can ask your doubts. लेकिन doubt पूछ लेना, clear कर लेना. Yes. Completed writing. What is the financial year for our exam purpose for filing the return? Which year is going to get over now? March 22. So this whole year, whatever income you earn, you should pay income tax on that. As simple as that. in the financial year 2021 to 2022. Whatever income you have earned, you have to pay the tax on that. Now, in income tax terms, this is called as previous year. Why do we call it previous year? Ma'am, whatever I earn in 21 and 22, on that whole year, I will calculate the income and pay the tax after March 22, correct? Then the next year is, can you please stop writing and give me time? आप लोग मत लिखो, मुझे लिखने दो, explain करने दो, I'll give you time today. Whatever income you have earned in the financial year 21, 22, financial year 21, 22, whatever income you earn by 31st March 2022, will you assess your income? Do you understand this grammatical word assess? Assess your income means, okay, chalo, check how much you have earned from shares, how much you have earned from lottery. Nahi lagti, kabhi nahi lagti lottery, but lottery is also taxable. How much you have earned from your job, from your business. Okay, this is your income, this is your tax. Pay the tax in the next year. So, next year, when you pay the tax, it is called as assessment year 22-23. So what is the financial year right now or the previous year? आप भी 4 बार लिखो. As a teacher, when I am writing, there's a reason. If you trust me from day one, then you also write. What is the financial year or previous year for us right now? 21-22. And whatever we earn, we are going to pay the tax in the next year. 1st April 22 say, I will teach you the due dates, advance tax dates and return date and all. It's all a part of, abhi to I have not discussed what is your syllabus. The very first class as a teacher, we should discuss, this is the syllabus, this is the paper pattern. But then income tax, I told you, you be comfortable with the terms. Yes. So what is your financial year or previous year 21-22 is, you can all write here, earn income. 21-22 drop box, earn 50 lakhs income. 22-23 the next year, previous year's income is assessed in the next year as assessment year, pay tax. So when do you earn the income? 21-22. When do you pay the tax? 22-23. Ma'am, will this be fixed? No. Don't get confused. I'm just saying. Acha, ma'am, what about if I earn in 22-23 previous year? I will pay the tax in 23-24 as per the Nirmala Sitaraman's budget, which will come. Ma'am, what about if I earn in 2025 and 26? I will pay the tax in the next year, 2026 and 27. So what is my previous year? It's the financial year during which you earn income. These are, I think, golden words we all should write together. Is my speed fine or you want me to scroll up? ये नहीं लिखा है तो इसको लिखो. ये first page of your running notebook, booster notebook. This should be in your block. What is the financial year we are going to follow? Many examples we have to discuss today. Like, clear till here? Yes? So once again, if we lock the screen till here, what is the financial year we are going to earn the income? Financial year is starting from 1st April 21 to 31st March 22. And what is going to be the assessment year? 22 and 23. Clear? and write down all of you these golden words. Financial year or the previous year is year of earning income. Don't bother about grammar. मैं पूरे sentences complete. I'm not teaching you some essay and all. Concept is important. Excuse me. Financial year or the previous year is the year of earning income. AY, assessment year. Can you all please write full form? Assessment year is the next year of previous year. ऐसे ही लिखो. I'll read out the notes also. Assessment year is the next year of the previous year when you assess the income and pay tax. When you assess the income and pay tax. Yes, clear to all of you till here. Then we will go to the next part. Okay. Now here onwards, one more thing requested for all of you is to maintain 1 or 2 pages in your notebook for all the abbreviations. No, please, abbreviations don't come in the final exam. But so many places we'll be using abbreviations. So at least at one place, if you write and keep all the full forms and all, it's going to be very easy for all of you. Okay? Yeah. Chalo, let us go. Now, 1961 is a way long back. Now, people who made, okay, listen carefully to me, 2 minutes. Now we know little bit, okay, income, direct tax, indirect tax. What is income? On that, I have to pay tax to government. Then let me tell you one thing. If you earn income, you have to pay tax in India. Many of the people, they say, okay, this is illegal income. No, this is not my legal income. I don't want to disclose and all. Legal and illegal, there are other authorities to check it. You have earned the income, you have to pay tax. Some smuggler will say, okay, this is smuggling income. This is all other acts are there to take care. Are you getting? Income Tax Act says you have earned income, aapne kamaye, on that you have to pay income tax. Whether it is legal or illegal, doesn't matter. That the practical example for this we all can see is those movies. If you have not seen movie, dekho. Haan, Dipti ma'am bol rahe. Special 26, then Raid movie. Have you seen? Huh? So much of gold coins, and recently the person is caught up with crores of rupees. So no, this is not mine. This is my friend's. I don't know. This money is found at your place, and this is your income. Your black money, white money. Now black money is not black. The color of the note is same. 100 rupees note is purple in color. Then what it is? Illegal income. If you have earned, you are going to be fined. You have to pay tax, you have to pay fine, you have to pay penalty, you have to pay interest, you have to pay. जो earn किया है वो पूरा pay करने में जाएगा. You got it. Or legally what you earn, pay tax genuinely on that. So now then some of you may be, ma'am, तो फिर tax ही pay करें. Then when you understand the provisions of the tax, after 1.5 months, literally you will enjoy giving tax planning suggestions. Ma'am, we can plan. No, if you are the sole earner in the house, then you can do share trading in your spouse name. You can do like this, can we do? Yes, different type of tax plannings are allowed. Ye term, what have I introduced now? Tax planning. Plan. How do you plan your holiday? अरे एग्जाम खत्म होते से ब्रेक लेंगे, यहाँ घूमेंगे, ये करेंगे, मूवी देखेंगे, नाइट आउट. Do you plan or not? So like that, if you know Income Tax Act provisions too properly well, can you plan? Planning is not wrong. It's not evasion and all. I'll come to these terms gradually, not right now. But are you getting it? So planning karte tab aayega when you reach that stage that you understand the provisions ki ma'am, if we get the rental income 30% is standard, this, then you'll be able to do it. So after every chapter, we'll surely have a discussion of half an hour. You tell me what best tax planning you can do in this head of income. Let us discuss that. You can give some amazing ideas. I'll give my ideas and my examples, what I have come across in my these years, and actually I've seen around me that how people are planning and how they are doing. That all cases I will bring to you, and you also add up. Right? Now, let us go to the second part of the class. We have made clear once again what is tax, what is direct tax, what is indirect tax, what is financial year, and what is assessment. Now, and PDF is already sent to you. If not, you will receive it, and from that you can read and come also. Any doubts are there, you can ask me. I can't read from the PDF and read एक line करके. ठीक है, एंड में एक बार वो भी चेक करेंगे मटेरियल. Okay. Now next thing is, however beautiful Income Tax Act is 1961, someone should be there to operate it. Yes or no? So someone should be there to coordinate. This is government, this is the SSE. Now some of you may be thinking, SSE, a person who is liable to pay tax on his income is called SSE. Is Deepti ma'am SSE? Yes. I am earning income through teaching profession full time and I am paying tax. Am I SSE? Yes. So who is going to govern this show? You know, when a big music program is going on, someone is doing like this. Dekha hai kabhi? Yes or no? We don't understand, but then he's giving some signals. This work is done by high caliber people. That is called as CBDT. Write down the full form in your notebook. And these are the two governing. Let me also write so that you write it well. You know, we have here Ministry of Finance. Under that, we have Department of Revenue. I told you two biggest Department of Revenue generating income is direct tax and indirect tax. Under this Department of Revenue, the Income Tax Act is governed in India by CBDT. Please maintain a separate notebook and do send me a picture today how many full forms you have written and keep on adding every day. You will enjoy some nice collection till the end of the classes. Central Board of Direct Taxes. Excuse me. CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, is a council of members, group of members who are governing the show, who are governing Income Tax Act in 1961 today. They are seeing to it income tax along with the Finance Act 2021 is being followed by the Income Tax Department, by the SSEs, and everything is going smooth. And now it is on online. कहीं face to face कुछ है ही नहीं, सब online ही है. Filing of the return, payment of taxes, assessments, scrutinies, everything. Okay. And we also have here CIBIC. Write down CIBIC. Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs. Central Board of, what is indirect taxes? GST and customs. Who is governing this indirect tax law in India? CIBIC. So CBIC is a council, a governing body who manages the indirect taxes in India. And who is taking care of the direct taxes? CBDT. See, these are now called as mind maps. You next, after 1 week also, if you read this, you will be able to recollect, हाँ दीप्ति मैम का फर्स्ट क्लास ये था, मैम ने ये सब लिखाया था. But then doesn't mean you have to draw this in the final exam. You need to write it. Smart work भी करेंगे, ये लिखना, ये करना, all. You know, after in income tax, this is not accounts class where after T format you make working notes. But yes, after solving the computation of income, 1 or 2 points you have to write. That all when we do the chapters, you will come to know. All right. How is the Josh? Are you following or is it looking all theory or you're following? What is income tax? Let me know. Did you follow what is CBDT, highest governing authority in India? Did you follow what is CBIC? Thank you, thank you. All of you are responding super well and all of you are taking part in the chat. Anjana and so many of you, channel. So now we are clear. CBDT is the highest governing authority and they govern the taxes in India, Income Tax Act. Now, Act is what? It is having sections, subsections, clauses, blah blah. वो किसी और दिन discuss करेंगे. Okay? And sections लिखना या नहीं, कैसे याद रखना, वो सब छोड़ दो. Leave it on me. I will tell you. Right now, along with Income Tax Act 1961 comes the younger brother, Income Tax Act, sorry. Income Tax Rules 1962. अब ये क्या है? First rule of Deepti ma'am's classes, you have to write booster notes. Second rule, ma'am said, don't miss the class, otherwise you will not be in the link of the class. I promise you, you will. It's not average student को नहीं समझता ma'am. I am also an average student. 63 marks in 10th and 67 marks in 12th. Still doing super good and teaching super well. I have done my articleship where I have not done any corporate audits, but I can talk. Financial statement, companies, balance sheets, all. So there's a way out. सीखना है. Income Tax Act 1961 Act is made. So like that, rules are there. Now what are rules? Rules are supporting the act. You know, they are like coming like with the explanations with the act. Okay? Like, I'll give you one example. Income Tax Act says, if you have a business income, no, maintain books. Cash book, bank book, ledger books. So maintain करना चाहिए ना? If you are a GST taxpayer, income tax, you have to maintain your turnover details. So Act is saying, you know, there's a section. Don't worry, I'm just saying this section randomly right now. You are not knowing this section, so okay, just 44AA. Section of income tax says, maintain books of accounts. Full stop. Now rules say you have to maintain the books in the form of ledger, cash book. If you are a medical practitioner, you need to keep the case history, blah, blah, blah. So who is talking all the surroundings? Income tax rules. So what is Income Tax Act? Income Tax Act क्या है? It is the statute, क्योंकि this is it, you have to pay the tax. Rules are guidelines, explanations to the law. Got it? Now, we also come across sometimes circulars. How many of you are remembering your classroom when I say circular? अरे क्लास इतना बोरिंग चल रहा था, नींद आ रही थी, बीच में प्यून आके सर्कुलर रीड आउट किया, ये वो थोड़ा हलचल हुई, हाँ 10 मिनट मैम का क्लास चला गया, थैंक यू. और सर्कुलर में पता चला कल सडन हॉलीडे है, तो मोर देन हैप्पी. Are you getting what is circular? It is circulating. So what do you mean by income tax circular? Income tax circular is the guidelines which is binding on all the income tax authorities. Income tax has a hierarchy, you know, that Supreme Court, High Court, Appellate, all that is not needed right now. So in that hierarchy, circulars are for their internal clarifications. When the due dates were postponed because of the COVID, they came up with a circular. So that circular, all the departments should follow. But can the SSC take benefit of the circular? Yes, it's possible. So what are circulars? Don't try to write anything. Just listen. I'll share the material also till you. So, someone is saying, ma'am, notice आता था हमारे classroom में. बस वैसे. Circulars are some clarifications, some guidelines which should be followed internally for the department. Then department is saying, all guidelines circulars for us only. For SSC, nothing. We should only see all the clarifications. No. We all are together. Then next comes notification. Notifications. Notifications, you can say they are also clarifications and some small. Okay, when the changes in the income tax happen, ma'am, you said 1st February they will present the budget and 1st April the changes will be. Does this happen every year? Yes. Did I say it like a story? Yes. Was it clear to you? Yes. Budget is presented in February. It is approved by both the houses of parliament and it becomes Finance Act. Over. Is this going to be done every year? Yes. Now, somewhere in the month of July 22, we realized, no, this is absolutely wrong. Those are not giving the PAN number, no. Let us charge them high tax, something. Some changes they want to bring. Then can we say, wait, next February tak raah dekho, she will present a budget, tab dekhenge? No. Then some very important changes which they want to bring within the financial year, they come in the form of notification. Are you all with me? Are you listening? Are you following? Small amendments, clarifications applicable to the SSE, which comes, in the form of notifications. And of course, they are binding on all the SSEs also. Circulars are binding on the department. Notifications are applicable to the department and to the common public. Aam Aadmi. Ma'am, Aam Aadmi notifications padhte kahan hai? Then we professionals are the bridge. Sir, this is the notifications. We make a mail and immediately send it to all our clients. अब भी एक TDS में नया section आया 194Q. Now on your sale also this will be charged. This okay. We will do that bridging up, and that is our work. How well and with what expertise we do that work, people would love to get their work done with you. There is no saturation in the professional market for the people who are willing to work hard and smart both. Right? So I want to close this topic and then go to the last part of the class before I share the notes. I want to take a pause. I'm here only. And unmute करके बोलो अगर नहीं बोल सकते हो या chat में डालो. If anyone wants me to repeat anything, what is Income Tax Act? What is rules? What is circulars? Just make yourself. हाँ ये जैसे गाना. Any new song you hear for the first time, no? You don't sing along. But if you listen whole day, then you sing along. So whole day is like this 2.5 month journey along with me. But are you at least getting into the tune? That Sri Lankan song, na wordings to kisi ko malum nahi. But then everyone was having that tune in their mind. No doubt. You say, all clear? AC, AC बंद है लेकिन all clear है. Okay, right. Thank you for the response. Yeah. Then, last question to be asked: who should pay the tax? Ma'am, you only give the answer for this. Whoever is earning income in India, they should pay the tax. Ma'am, Virat Kohli is going to Italy and playing cricket. Then also should he pay tax in India? Yes. Now that is a name of your chapter, residential status. Huh? So sometimes on the world income you have to pay tax in India because you are the permanent resident. And some foreign player, sorry, I'm bad in cricket, no? Gales करके कोई है ना? He comes and plays IPL in India. So should he pay tax in income in India? Yes. For that Gales, I hope I'm pronouncing correctly. So he, foreign cricketers, they come to India, they play IPL. That income they have generated in India, they have to pay tax. Now we can't cash hold Gales world income. You played other places also, you pay tax. Why he should pay tax? No, he will not. This is not a one-line talker. This is a name of a chapter which I'll be teaching for 6 classes, and that's called residential status. But आज तो मैं बस दरवाजे खिड़कियां खोल रही हूँ. I'm just opening up all the doors and windows so that you get fresh income tax air from everywhere. So that you come up tomorrow with 10 questions. Ma'am, on this we have to pay tax. On this we have to pay taxes. What about illegal bettings and all going on? That's why now I think they've made it legal, no? Some gaming apps and all. Is this all taxable? Yes. What about KBC? How many of you have seen KBC carefully? If not today after the class, wherever Amitabh Bachchan sir is making the check and he is giving, see that recording. अभी तो live नहीं आ रहा है ना? तो recording देख लेना. When he is giving the check, no, a screen is growing below. You have won a prize of 1 lakh rupees in the KBC. And this is your tax. So a line is circulating below that. One second. Yeah. A line is circulating below that and it says all these incomes are subject to tax 30%. Is this clear to all of you? What about lottery taxable? What about Indian Idol? The recent one, no? How can we forget his name? So Indian Idol and these dance shows or whatever. These Sudokus and games and quizzes and Bonvita quiz. Are these casual incomes also taxable? Yes. Ma'am, but this is one time. In my school, there was a competition and I won this only one time. Is this still taxable? Taxable. You have earned the income, no? You have to pay. Legal, illegal, one time or repeated income, you have to pay tax. So who should pay the tax? If you earn, you have to pay the tax. Yes, very relevant question. I'm again requesting you, can you please keep your chat open for everyone? So that, when you're asking the doubt in the class, is the whole class listening or not? If it's a face-to-face class, let it be the same field. So, ma'am, when we create our IT file up to certain amount, we don't need to pay the tax. Yes, absolutely right. See, what I'm teaching in a broad way is, if you earn income, you have to pay tax. But on what income and how much tax, that is slab rates. Tax rates we are going to do after the second or third class. Of course, up to 2,50,000 if your income is, you don't have to pay any tax. Beyond that also you have to pay at different rates. So on what income, how much tax is there, that is our maybe third or fourth class. So today in a broad way, have you got that every SSC should pay the tax? Now, I want to give you a very broad definition of SSC. Okay. Who is said to be a SSC? So number one, listen all of you carefully. person who is liable to pay tax. Person who is liable to pay tax on own income. On your own income, you are liable to pay tax. You are called as assessee. Then we have the next term here. I'll be using this many times. Representative assessee. Representative assessee. Now, what do you mean by this? I have to give an example. Listen carefully. Listen. Have you seen in these dance shows and all coming up, minors are also earning income? SSE is anyone who is above 18 years. They can get a registered income tax number which is called as PAN number. PAN full form and all wo bhi kal discuss karenge. So, who is the representative? Now, tell me one thing. Can minors earn income? A 13-year-old boy, he does super comedy and he's earning lakhs of rupees. अरे तुम छोटे हो, तुम tax pay मत करो. I told you bluntly, you have earned the income, you have to pay tax. One time, repeated time, pay tax. In India, out of India, pay tax. Minor or major. But a 13-year-old can't file his own return. Then who will pay the tax on his behalf? His parent or guardian. Then they are called as what? Representative assessee. Is this clear to all of you? Yes? Of course, I'll share. Please don't leave the class. If anyone is willing to leave now, then you're going to miss the very important part, 10 minutes more. And why I'm saying like this is, whatever we have studied, how you have to read the notes, that I'll be telling you in the end. So, who is the representative assessee? Yes, the parent. He is going to represent his 13-year-old child who is earning lakhs of rupees of income by doing good mimicry. Right? Representative assessee. Third type of assessee is called, this comes in objective question and students, they miss out. Assessee in default. What do you mean by assessee in default? You are liable to deduct tax and pay to government, or somehow you're liable to pay tax and you're not paying. You're trying to run away, then you are called assessee in default. The word default is a simple English. You are in default. You have to pay tax. Followed or not? I'll tell you an example. There's a property. ऐसे एक घर है. ऐसे घर होते नहीं आजकल. Building बनती है. But I like drawing this house. So I'm drawing. Now this house is owned by two brothers. Okay. Ram and Ghanshyam. And they are fighting for this ancestral property. Okay. Now, the case is going on in the court, and yet it is not finalized whether Ram is the owner of the house or Ghanshyam is the owner. In the meanwhile, this is a quite old ancestral property, and Taj Hotel Group have made it as a heritage building, and they are using it as a resort and hotel, and they are paying rent. Now, example clear है नहीं कि फिर से बताओ. This ancestral house is owned by Ram and Ghanshyam. Now, who is owning this house? Ram or Ghanshyam? Fight is going on. They're saying, I am the sole owner, whatever may be the reason. Fight is still going on. In the meanwhile, this is already rented out, and rental income is coming of this old heritage house to these brothers. Now, can they throw on each other? Why should I pay the tax? I am not still the owner. बाद में देखेंगे. Let us complete our fight 5-7 years and then we will pay the tax. Is it possible? Every year you have to earn, every year you have to pay tax. Arey, this year, no, little COVID and other troubles, I'll pay 2 years tax together. Okay, you pay tax with 12% interest. penalty, blah, blah, blah. So every year you are earning, every year you have to pay tax. Then these people together are called as SSC in default. And by default, whoever is keeping the income, say right now the rental income is going in Ram's bank account, Ram should pay the tax, irrespective of who is going to be the final owner. Tell me, is this example clear to all of you or not? SSC in default.
Clear, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. So all the three types of the SSCs are clear. And then there are various types of person. We'll discuss that together. Jesse, for example, right now, Vicky and Katrina, no? These are the examples we like because even I watch all their movies. So no harm. So Vicky is also earning, Katrina is also earning. They will file their own returns. Now, if they enter into a partnership and do the project, should they pay tax as a partnership firm also? Yes. Same way, Kapoor family, Rishi Kapoor, he was an amazing actor and he used to earn and pay tax on his income. Neetu Kapoor, she earned and paid the tax on her income. Then came Ranbir Kapoor. Now, Rishi Kapoor has an ancestral Hindu undivided family and some Hindu undivided family of which he is the Karta, Rishi Kapoor. Neetu and Ranbir are the co-partners. And this Rishi Kapoor's HUF is earning the income. Should they pay tax as an HUF? Yes. So, as different entities, you have to pay tax. Do our mosque, church, Gurudwara, TTD, temple, do they have to pay tax? Yes. So, this, how many persons, types of person should pay the tax and how in a broader way they are paying the tax, individual, HUF, AOP, BOF firm. This is the discussion for tomorrow's class. And then what income is taxed at what rate, that will take time. We will practice good number of problems. Now, excuse me. 1 second. Now, before I close this, I hope you all are writing all the abbreviations also. And I'm sharing right now with all of you this material. Yeah. So now you can read at home from this material. Tax is the amount collected by the government. What is direct tax? What is indirect tax? Provisos, explanations, I'll say, sections and all. Just give it a reading. You know what is reading? How you enjoy reading books, your newspapers, novels are books. अगर आप पढ़ते हैं तो newspapers and all वैसे. Previous year is actually the current financial year for which you earn the income and you pay the tax in the next year. That is the assessment. Leave off this, ये अभी नहीं पढ़ना है, बाद में देखेंगे. And continue reading this at home. What is CBDT? What are rules, circulars, types of SSE? Person who is liable to pay tax in India. Yet, and sometimes the person is liable to pay tax on other behalf also. Is called representative SSE or SSE in default. All right. And this is what we are going to continue tomorrow. Yes, gods and deities should also pay the tax. And once we know that we have to pay the tax, then we'll group it like our, 5 fingers. We have 5 heads of income. Whatever you earn, you can pay the tax under the head salary, knock, if there is employer and employee relationship. This dialogue I'll say every day. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप बार-बार ना सुने, सुनना है. So, if there is employer and employee relationship, tax it under income from salary. If there is a landlord and tenant relationship, tax it under second head, income from house property. If you are doing your business or profession, tax it under third head. If you are selling some asset, jewelry, painting, building, you have to pay capital gain, fourth head. बच्चा कुचा, which is not taxable anywhere, residuary head, income from others. So whatever you earn, your income is going to be calculated. Now this calculated from now onwards, a polished word, computed. We are going to compute the income under 5 heads. Naam sune sune lage ya nahi? Income from salary, knock knock, employer employee. Income from house. These are the name of your chapters. Like business head will go on for 2 weeks. In depth padenge sub for the MCQs. At final exam also basic salary business head questions are asked. And then you can't say ये तो इंटर में किया था भूल गए. It's a cumulative knowledge. Have you forgotten your tables? Huh? Your maths ma'am, however well she used to teach, I don't know, like my teacher, on the right side of the page, you know, every day we had to write table. Every day. However, we learn more maths. So it's like that. Slab rates, these all are things which you have to repeat, and so that you become comfortable with that. All right. So that's all for introduction of Income Tax Act. Don't ask me the paper pattern and weightage for few days. Abhi iska maza to lo. How people mold income tax. How do they do tax evasion? Chori kaise karte hain? How do they do planning? So let us discuss all the cases also. The Satyam's case, that's an old one, but of course relevant. The recent ones, what exactly happens? How these are molded? We should be aware of the in and out, exam-oriented knowledge also, the practical knowledge also, and then when you go for your articleship and then for your job, then they should ask you, ye kahan se seekha sab? Then it's worth teaching you all income tax. Okay? So don't restrict yourself in that timing duration. Cut to cut itte din mein ye khatam karna hai. Of course, daily timings, it's going to be a 2 hours class. And read and come so that you are in link with yesterday's class. It's a wonderful tip I'm saying. However, you had a hectic day with other classes, but 10-15 minutes mein agar aap revise kar loge na, so it will automatically be fitted in your mind very fast. मैम अभी पढ़ लेते हैं बाद में करेंगे तो बाद में नहीं आएगा. And I am not saying this is told to me by my teachers. Have you observed, you watch a movie and what is the impact? The scenes, the songs, the dressing, the dialogues, do they go on 24 hours? दिन में से उठे कल रात में जो movie देखे, कोई web series देखे, वही, you know, that is going on 24 hours. That is the impact. So every teacher, whatever they teach, teachers' voice, the dialogues are going on in your mind for 24 hours. This is a scientific technique, not Deepti ma'am's technique. So very important is to revise within 24 hours so that your effort for the final exam gets reduced. All right. So with that, we come to end of the class. Anyone is having any doubt? I hope I have answered that doubt that yes, up to 2-3 lakhs, there is no tax. But how much is, what is exemption and all? अभी तो ये income tax के terms खुल रहे हैं. इसको enjoy करो. I hope the speed was okay, the volume was okay, voice is not okay because of the cold and some disturbances. And thank you so much, you know, really from the bottom of my heart, I was missing. Online classes are, you know, like we are alive, ऐसे सामने आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं और लिख रहे हैं. This is a wonderful, motivating thing for me as a teacher. I enhance so much of knowledge. I read when you ask me doubts. So never hesitate to ask your doubts. It's a two-way motivation, two-way sharing of knowledge, and we'll enjoy this journey together. Thank you so much. Signing off now. CA Diptichheda here. Bye-bye, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Read and come all the terms. If you have any doubt, you can still ask. Any direct entry students, be comfortable. वो अपने दिमाग से निकाल दो. कुछ भी अलग नहीं है आपके लिए और सबके लिए ये सब्जेक्ट एक बराबर है. Thank you. Bye-bye.